Are we live now? Yes, we are. A little bit of early start today, but whatever. Felt like it. Blow out your eardrums. I don't know why it doesn't stay like at the volume level that I had it adjusted to. Danganronpa. Still the best. Alright. Still got some stuff. Okay, we are at deadly investigation time. Let's continue. And let's just hang for a second. Body was discovered in the rec room on the third floor of the school. There is no evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems that at some point the victim suffered from a violent vomiting of blood. Onicum file has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. And thus, I'm guessing poison. I think the case this time might be a challenge. Why is that? The only way into the rec room is the door we just came through. That door had been jammed shut with the chair from inside the rec room. Which means the killer would have had to escape somehow after barring the door. So if the door was blocked from the inside, then there was no way in or out until we broke the window. It was like zero escape, right? In other words, this is a classic locked room murder. Room murder. I guess you might see this kind of thing in mystery movies or books or whatever. But it could really happen in real life, right before our very eyes like this.
Hey.
Are you curious to hear more about what locked room murder entails? Sure, if you don't mind.
Fine.
When you break down this kind of murder or mystery, there are 4 basic types. The first type is when a locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. That sounds like it's... That simply means that the killer commits this crime, then through some special methods, seals the room. Okay. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving the locking of the room. Basic approaches include using string or some simple mechanism. There are numerous variations. So for all that, we had to check the door. So for that, all we had to do is check the door to see what it was. The second type is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed. Oh.
In other words,
Basically, the killer uses a special contraption or a tool from outside to target the victim's inside. You push through a switch and it fires a handgun, you shoot an arrow that gap through the door, something like that. However, but in this case, that doesn't seem to fit. There are no guns or arrows in the school, and the door doesn't have any gap that would allow it. Yeah, I think we could probably rule that out. The third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's opened up. Yeah? What do you mean by that?
in other words,
They stay hidden, and when the door is opened, they use the confusion to blend in with the group. They pretend they showed up along with everyone else, and that's that. This sounds like it could have been a possibility, maybe.
it's true.
And the fourth and final type is when it wasn't actually a locked room at all. Not a locked room.
In other words,
And by that I mean there's actually an alternative escape route somewhere within the room. You see, there's a lot in novels and things, but in reality it's generally not possible. Then you could think we can cross that one off too.
indeed.
I believe so, yes. So when it comes to locked room mysteries, those are the basics. So there are 4 possibilities. Then Kyoko, which of those 4 choices seem most likely in this case?
It's true.
It's a good question, and answering that should be our primary focus during this trial. But right now, I can't really say. I see the way the killer set up the locked room. Until I figure that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a tough mystery. I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can for Sakura, if nothing else. I'm betting it is a poisoning, self-inflicted. And Sakura wanted Hina out, so she's gonna let her take the fall for that. Or Hina assisted her in committing suicide. That's what I'm thinking. And I'm just waiting for everybody to catch up. And all right, let's take a look around, shall we? Shards of glass scattered all around the chair Sakura was sitting on. The glass is at the top and bottom sections of the bottle, right? So this must have been originally a bottle. Glass shards on the floor. Yep, it looks like it's something from the chem lab, huh? There's nothing else on the ground near the glass. It's a figure. It's the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figurine. Figure on the floor has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. It's a poisoning. What do we got here? There are 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. And inside each bottle, there's some kind of Monokuma figure. Wondering how they get those figures inside the bottles.
So,
It's no different from your standard ship in a bottle. You know, where the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat placed inside. You never seen that? Oh yeah, maybe I have. So this is the Monokuma version of that. A Monokuma bottle, if you will. Monokuma bottle has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things, little by little. Monokuma bottle sitting on the shelf. Monokuma figure we found on the ground. The red shards of glass which probably started out as a bottle. Which would mean Sakura must have been hit by the head with a Monokuma bottle, right? Shards of glass and the Monokuma figure are evidence of that, so I think it's safe to say the Monokuma bottle was the weapon. But there is no evidence of blunt damage to the head, is there? Okay. Shards of glass. What do we got here? The locker. Somebody was hiding inside. Huh? The locker's open. And they're on the inside. The handprint?
why?
What's a handprint doing here? It looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and left a handprint in all the dust.
It's true.
It looks quite fresh, too. I'd say someone was hiding in the locker and they left behind a little something extra. So then maybe the killer hid in there until the locker room was open, don't you think? And during all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of their group.
Wrong.
Unfortunately, that's not a possibility, huh?
Hey,
Think back, before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right? Oh yeah, and the locker was already open at that point.
indeed.
So there's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door. So then, what does this handprint mean? Locker, handprint. Alright, we're gonna investigate the body in a second, but let's see what's this. Some kind of wrapper. Do you recognize it? Well, yeah, I mean, I gave it to her. It's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out the Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a bit, so you gave that candy to Sakura. I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them. You really like them? That much? But I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her. But now, they lost all their flavor. You know. Polka dot candy wrapper has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Hello yourself! And same shelf full of magazines. There's all different kinds of magazines here. We got some blood splatter. There's a blood stain in front of the magazine shelf. It must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from where she died? Blood splatter has been added to magazine shelf blood stain has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Didn't she throw up all over the place too? Clock. So roughly an hour ago was when Keoka and I were moving Alter Ego. Alright, there's the door. Protein shake. Protein enzyme. There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance to the room.
So,
It looks like a protein drink, and it is empty. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. And she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments.
wrong.
I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you. I know. But still, this protein can, it's got a label that says Chem A2. That reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the Chem Lab had all sorts of health stuff. She must have gotten this from the Chem Lab.
Just a
That's strange. What is? You see what's scattered around the can? Shards of light blue glass. That must be parts of the window I broke to get inside.
correct.
But they aren't scattered around the climb. They're also underneath it. Does that matter?
So,
I can't say for sure, but you're probably going to want to take a note of it. feel like it becomes an important clue later on. More clue? I'm not sure how. Empty protein drink has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. She smashed the glass and then the can was there? Chair. Chair was shoved up against the doorknob so we couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the chair. In other words, there was a reason to think that the chair had anything special done to it. Alright, now let's go investigate this body. Sakura drew her last breath, sitting slumped forward in this chair. There's obvious evidence of the blow to the head. Sakura suffered. Normally, I wouldn't have any problem believing that's what killed her. But according to the Monokuma file, she also had vomited blood. And I could see traces of blood on her lips for sure. So what would have caused her to vomit blood? The Monokuma file specifically said she hadn't suffered any other injuries. Status of Sakura's body has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Maybe her getting hit on the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood. Not a chance. Byakuya. However, your eyes have landed on a most interesting location. Interesting?
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting, don't you agree? No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died. I'm thinking... We already know who did it. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It had to be one of them. You couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto? Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. And let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all three of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room. But after I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. When I saw her again after that, she told me. She said she left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon? The Monokuma file says she died right around then. I'm telling you the truth, I heard her right from Sakura herself, and I tried to stop her. But she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I'd stopped her, by force even, this never would have happened. You know, it's impossible not to have regrets, I know. Has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. The fact that she had asked those three to meet with her. She asked them to come to the rec room at noon. Same time and place she ended up dying. It might be good to confirm what I just heard with the three of them directly.
However,
But for Sakura to have been killed, yeah, she's not the type that would go down without a fight.
it's true.
And she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand? They must have taken her by surprise, right?
Certainly.
They would have needed to if they expected to stand any chance against her. And Byakuya. What do you want? You're bothering me. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Be quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting. Then is it true? I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster? So didn't you go see? So you didn't go see her? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. Byakuya says he didn't go see her. Is that your truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact.
Come on.
If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight. Okay, thanks. Byakuya's account has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Byakuya says he didn't go. Alright. Are you gonna give me...
Hey,
She was the ultimate Mars, so how was the killer able to get that?
certainly. What the heck?
Alright, well... And the door. The door is the only way in and out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock. There's no evidence and no mountings can have been tampered with. The only notable change to the door is the smashed window, which happened, of course, when I broke it to get inside. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism used by the door. So the killer must have created the locked door from inside, not from the outside.
listen.
Well, Makoto, have you finished your general investigation? Yeah, I think so, for the most part.
So then,
And you should probably go talk with the people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave.
listen to me.
Which is why I've decided you'll go in my place. She's decided. She's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. But she's right. I have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with 2 other people. I need to hear what they had to say. Alright, let's go talk to Hiro and... Genocide Jack. Those 2 other people went back to the rooms. No. So Hiro, let's talk to you first. After a few seconds.
You know?
What's up, Makoto? Did you need something? Yeah, actually, I just wanted to check something with you. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you. How'd you know about that?
Could it be?
Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened in you? But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Ogre told me herself that she asked Byakuya and Toko to come too. What? When did Sakura tell you that? Oh, well. When she asked to meet with me, of course. Did she write you a note?
How about that?
She gave it to me in person. She happened to mention the others, like in passing. I gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. So you went and met with Sakura? No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually,
Last time I saw Ogre was when he got hurt and took her to the nurse's office.
don't look at me.
I haven't seen her since then. Well, I'm here. Could you show me the note she gave you? Do I still have it? Let's see. Hiro is feeling around. Oh, sorry. Looks like I don't have it anymore. With a big goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. But when he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pocket. Huh? Quick as the wind, Hiro snatched it back up again and shoved it back into his pocket.
Hey, come
Sorry,
on.
just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out. The trash? Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked to meet with me, but I never went. So, well, excuse me. Before waiting for a reply, Hiro slipped back into his room. Hiro said that was just trash, but there's no way that's all there was to it. Pocket trash has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Pocket trash. Alright. Toko, there you are. Ding dong. And after a few seconds... Huh?
Who's there?
Who's there? The most negative aura I've ever felt. An aura of total decay. Well, what do you want?
So
Ooh.
you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Obviously, no. Toko slithered out into the hall.
What do you want?
You said you wanted to talk to me about something? I wanted to talk to you about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you. I don't know what you're talking about. Kaiki already told me she asked to meet with me. What? She wanted to meet with Master, too. I just said two, didn't I? I guess now it's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. So, can you tell me about it? I admit, I did get the note. But I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Toko claims she didn't go see her, but can I really believe her? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact. Is that good enough? Then I'm going back to my room. With that, Toko quickly retreated to her room. Toko's account has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. I'll definitely have to go look up the actual crime scene again, but on top of that, maybe I should find out more about the protein can we found on the floor on the rec room. I'm sure it must have come from the chem lab. So where should I start? I think chem lab is the way to go. Oop, oop. Wrong button. Chem lab, chem lab, chem lab. Chem lab? No, this is... Oops, wrong button. Man. Hallway, 4th floor. Okay, we're here. Office. Chem lab. Makoto, did you have your eye on the chem lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I got it. I think what you meant to say was, yes sir, I understand. I think the bottle said A2 on it, so we're gonna check that out. But first, let's check the monitor. Yep. This isn't the first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. I should probably take a closer look at it. It looks like there are shelves been connected together to make one giant shelf. What kind of powder has been spilled in front of the shelf? I have to be careful not to step on it. Okay, well... On the shelf is one look and I could tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. These look like poison and other powerful chemicals. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter C and a number, so I guess I can consider this part of the shelving on unit section C. So on this shelf it looks like a bunch of chemicals that I have no idea what they are. They're reagents. Put simply, they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? What do you think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world? A world of lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. Yikes. I didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Right now I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number, so I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section B. I didn't see anything out of the ordinary here. In which case, I don't think I have to worry too much about the shelf. Let's see, what's on the shelf? There are different dietary supplements and different medicines. Oh, the protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from the shelf. I see a chemical C9 in there. All the letters on all the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter A in this, so I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section A. But wait, there it is. There's one bottle that's labeled Chem C9. Could someone have put it there by accident? I should try to find out more about the shelving unit. Looks like it's split into 3 sections. Section A has dietary supplements, Section B has reagents, and Section C has lethal chemicals. Sakura must have gotten the protein powder from Section A. But what concerns me is that at Section A, there was a bottle with a label from Section C. What was a bottle of poison from Section C doing here? There's definitely something to the Chem Lab shelf has been added to the truth told section of your handbook. Back out. Yeah. Read this, read this, read this. Read this. Let's see section C. And let's check out the ground here. Footprints in the front shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? You need to sketch out the floor plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and pen. Well, let's go, chop chop. Okay, so I go to work, and before long, I draw up a sketch of the room. Not bad for you, I mean. Okay, so when you look at this, it's interesting. It would appear that whoever left these footprints only had a business at the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight to the shelf, and did whatever they had to, and then left. That's what the footprints tell me.
I see.
These footprints must be. Makoto, are they yours? No. Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm the size for myself. I couldn't think of any reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya said. And see, your feet do appear to be big. too big. Unfortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints. Unfortunately, but with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. And these prints really are a valuable clue. Okay. Hmm. Alright. And now there's just a spell. Bunch of yellow. There's a broken bottle in front. This is where all the powder came from. Looks like C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this. And this powder must have spilled. That's right. It could only have been around the time of the incident. If that really is what happened, it must be related to the case somehow. Source of powder has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. I should probably take a hard look at that powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered. There's also the remains of a broken bottle. It looks like the bottle was labeled Chem C4, and it looks like someone left. Yeah. Based on the positioning of the prints, whoever it was only went to the left side of the shelf. Right. Alright, Byakuya.
I see.
I admit you have a good eye for spotting, but you also need to learn how to make use of those clues. Okay. We have to go investigate the body again, I think. Rec room. Purple. Is it not purple? Okay. Art room. Oh, there we are. Rec room is here somewhere. There she is.
Hey,
Makoto, how's your investigation going?
I see.
So along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go see her, but it's all too convenient. Someone must be lying. Someone's lying.
Anyway.
Well, I must make some progress on my own. Sakura's body, shelf of magazines, and the Monokuma bottles. These 3 things have revealed new clues. You did well to look them over one more time. I don't trust you. Some kind of plastic container.
So,
Protein drink.
hey. Correct. So,
Okay, let's take a look at these magazines. Bloodstain. I can only assume the blood Sakura is. Why is it so far away from where she died? Magazine's upside down. Did someone put it back that way on accident?
hey.
Something that catches your eye. It's important for you to explore that detail, don't you think? Yeah, you're right. This is one of the pages near the center of the magazine. The word has been written in bold, bloody letters. Could this be a dying message?
Correct.
And it would appear you found it. Okay, is this? It's indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it. Dying message.
However-
But just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it, for the benefit of others who might come looking. Hey, is that says Toko, right? Yeah, it looks like it. Then she's the killer, right? Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet. It's settled, she's the killer for sure. Conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer. See, Wedge, you'd think that, but it seems too easy. If anything, it makes me much more suspicious. Yeah. Oh man, I was kind of hoping it would be Toko. We got a pawn, we got a rook, we got a king, we got a castle.
Hey,
Bishop, rather. So, did you figure it out? There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention, I'm sure you'll find it. Correlation, Can't you just tell me what it is? I don't mind guiding you towards clues, but giving you my conclusion isn't a good idea. Each person needs to come to their own conclusion so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome. And it's not just because you don't trust me, right? No answer? I do trust you to a degree, otherwise I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with. Only to a degree. Monokuma bottle has been updated in the truth bullet section of your handbook.
hey.
Actually, there's one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right?
Anyway.
Can you gather up all the pieces of the broken Monokuma bottle? Try to get the smaller pieces too. Huh? Are you sure it's okay to mess with the crime scene like that?
Doesn't matter.
I've already done a thorough investigation, so it's fine. And that obnoxious Byakuya is not here, so...
then.
Anyway, I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try to gather up all the glass. I really don't know what this is about, but what choice do I have? I better just do it. I took the broom and dustpan and got to work collecting the broken bottle pieces. And just as I finished up, sorry to keep you waiting.
So then.
Is everything ready? Then let's get to work. So what kind of experiment are we doing?
In other words.
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare the weights. Compare the weights of what? The pieces of glass you collected and the other Monokuma bottles that are still intact. Why do you want to do that? That's the point of the experiment. It makes sense when we're done.
Listen.
First, let's compare. Okay, they're equal weight. Balanced.
In other words.
Which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same. Monokuma figures inside are basically the same, and nothing else could really affect the weight.
So then.
Now here comes the important part. Put all the pieces, now what might we expect to find that they would be the same weight? Well, a normal assumption would be, either they'll balance out or the pieces collected will be lighter. I did my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here and there.
So then.
Okay then, let's give it a try. Ooh, it's heavier. Broken pieces are heavier? How is that even possible?
I knew it.
Just as I thought. What? The results of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles put it all together.
Hey.
And I believe you will arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. So, what do you think? It's all on you. Monokuma bottle experiment has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. According to Kyoko, there's still something discovered from Sakura's body.
Second.
Staring up in space isn't gonna help you figure anything. Yeah, I know, but I think you might need to actually examine the body. There's no getting around it. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I've grown perversely used to, although there are still some times I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it.
It's true.
It's totally normal, then how can you?
So-
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. What? You are weird. What? Sorry, never mind.
Hey.
More importantly, look here.
Correct.
Her shoes, yeah. You see here the yellow powder on her instep? Oh, yeah, it really stands out.
I see.
Yep.
Hey.
Next is the wound to her head. Look carefully.
It's true.
Actually, even telling you that, it's incredibly difficult to spot, so let me just explain.
It seems.
It appears she didn't suffer a single blow, but instead received 2 blows to the head.
Indeed.
Interesting when you say. There's one more interesting thing.
Correct.
Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one.
It's true.
So that's what I learned from examining her dead body in detail. Kyoko's examination summary has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Can't believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at her body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off. Oh no, that's all? Alright.
Whoops! You caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring.
Oh,
I couldn't
man.
stay awake. Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
This is... It's already time? But the mystery of this locked room is still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen in the class trial. No. No, whatever happens, I have to make something happen. There's nothing much, dude. Not much. What do we do? I think it's gonna be Hina, but... I don't know. Monokuma has made an announcement, everyone began to meet up one after another, and then... Ultimate Martial Artist, a locked room murder mystery. What the... Oh, I've just recently discovered the power of emoticons. Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss it in a smiley face, it turns positive. For example, you're at a picnic and you find a dead body. This is just plain creepy. And how about the reverse? No matter how great something is, if you put a sad face, it makes it look super negative. For example, do you have 100 friends? He's right, that does make it seem sad. Now then, please get on the elevator. I'll see you all down there. What the hell is that? I don't get it. I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone? I don't think I'm acting casual. I mean, I didn't murder anyone. Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer? Whatever. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there can only be a killer, the one that murdered Sakura. She was stronger than anyone I know, and yet someone killed her. Okay. And that person is here. That person is one of us. Come on, it's time to put an end to this. I made my way to the elevator, but with each step I took, I felt like I was moving further and further away from Michael. I could feel a chilling fear running through me, trying to make me rot from the inside out. No matter how many times I go through this, it never gets any easier. We climbed into our steel prison in total silence. We watched the doors close. I felt it began its sinister descent. The elevator loader uttering its all too familiar clunking noises. It fell lower and lower, and as suddenly as always, the ride was over. The doors opened once again. I wonder, will the class trial end with one less classmate? Or will your school life come to an end completely? Are we ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats. Here we go. So the curtain opened for a fourth time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate. A deadly class trial. Let's do it. Let's save. Yep. Alright, let's find out everything here. What do we got? Monokuma File 1. Victim of Sakura Origami. Time of death is between 12 noon. Is to be around 12 noon. The body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There was evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted, however. It seems that at some point the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood. From door. A chair had been jammed against the door, blocking access from the outside. It's believed the killer did this to create a locked room scenario. Sakura was found dead, seated in a chair, slumping forward. Traces of blood were found around her mouth, presumably from when she vomited blood. However, there were no injury or indication as to why she would have vomited blood. A blood stain was found in front of the shelf of magazines. The blood is presumed to be Sakura's. There is no explanation of how a blood stain would appear so far away from where the victim was found. At one point, Aoi had injured and taken to the nurse's office. After she was taken care of, she gave a piece of candy to Sakura, which she had wrapped in this type of wrapper. According to Aoi, she had monopolized this candy as soon as it became available, so obtaining a piece would have been difficult to impossible. Shards. Piece of red glass scattered near the table in the rec room. After finding the top and bottom pieces, it was concluded that the shards must have come from the bottle. Figure on the floor. The Monokuma figure was found laying on the rec room floor. It would fit roughly in the palm of your hand. Monokuma bottles. There are a number of red Monokuma bottles on the shelf in the rec room. Inside each bottle is a Monokuma figure. Additionally, there seems to be some kind of unknown correlation between the bottles. It's missing a queen and the rook we found on the ground. Empty protein drink. An empty protein drink was found near the rec room. The container had labeled Chem reading Chem 82. Shards of glass from the window that were broken to get into the rec room were found both around and underneath the container. Locker handprints. Fresh handprint was found inside the locker room. Since the locker was opened before they opened the locker room, there was no way someone was hiding in there when they arrived. Sakura had written notes to Toko, Byakuya, Yasuhiro, asking them to meet her in the rec room by noon. She had slid these notes underneath each person's door. Byakuya confirmed that he received Sakura's note, but also claimed that he never went to go see her. In fact, he had not seen her that day all day. Toko confirmed that he received Sakura's note, but also claimed she never went to go see her. A small bit of garbage fell out of Yashihiro's pocket. It was a piece of paper with the red polka dots. Yellow powder was found on the instep of Sakura's foot. Sakura suffered 2 blows to the head, not one. No blood was found on either one of the hands. All of the Monokuma bottles appeared to be roughly the same weight. However, when the bottle shards were weighed against the intact bottle, the shards were found to be heavier. So it is the shards from 2 bottles. We're missing the queen. In the magazine, inside the magazine, Toko's name had been written in blood. It's presumed that whoever wrote it also used their finger to do so. Chem lab shelf. On the shelf in the Chem lab, section A contains supplements. Section B, bottle of poison labeled as section C has been placed in section A. There was a broken bottle in front of the Chem, which was labeled Chem 4. Powder on the floor is assumed to have come from this. According to Byakuya, the powder would have been spilled after the incident took place. Footprints on the powder. Timona had left footprints and the powder spilled in the Chem. The footprints appeared only near the leftmost section of the shelf. From this, it can be assumed that the suspect only had business in this area. Okay. Alright, let's go. Let's set some skills. I have room for one more. Okay, vocabulary. Increases bullet capacity, effective during the bullet time. Cost. Okay. That's all I have, huh? Are we ready to do this thing? Let's do it. Class trial.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then,
Let's do it.
where to begin?
We already know who did it.
Wow, see? I don't like this.
Oh, deja vu.
Who killed Sakura?
Yep.
One of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It
Hmm.
was one of you.
She's ready to go.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I'd never kill someone. No way.
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
Yep. He just seems really sure that one of these 3 is the killer. She must have some reason for believing that. So, yeah. Yeah.
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
That's low. That's about as low as you can get.
Let's do that again. Some concrete reason why Hina suspects these 3. I'm sure she's mentioned it.
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
Not the only reason she has.
It's wrong.
Break.
Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Right?
Yeah, and that was right before she died.
Right.
So there's doubt about it. One of those three killed her.
I can't disagree with Hina. There's a good reason to suspect all three of them. And does that mean one of them did it? Ooh. Yasuhiro, you're up, man.
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all three of them, there's no way that's not suspicious.
Yasuhiro got the pocket trash from Candy.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
I didn't either.
Oh no.
Yeah, same here. I never saw.
No, it's wrong. Hiro, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember? It was white with red polka dots.
Hmm.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
No, it's
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy. So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura! It's the only explanation.
Let him talk.
I mean, yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened.
Which I believe.
When? When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
But what Hiro said can't be right, because Sakura could only have gotten the candy after the incident in the nurse's office. And the reason I know that is Hiro got the candy from Hina. Sakura loved the candy too much to share. When Sakura got the candy? Sakura got the candy from Hina. Yeah.
I got it! I'm not sure about that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office. So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Damn it! I mean, what I meant was, oh, that's right! I did meet up with her in the rec room. Got a problem?
God, for real?
Why the sudden hostility?
But we just talked, that's all. I didn't do anything, you gotta believe me.
Why is he hiding it then, dude? You're so sus.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You are hostile.
It's not just normal hostility. You're the real culprit. I even have proof.
Huh? Proof? What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about her shining message.
What would a shining message even be?
At the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood. Right?
How did he even know
It
that?
was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
See? See? Toko did it.
What are you saying? No way! I didn't do it!
You just don't know when you're beat, do you?
Hiro, hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Huh? Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime. So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
Alright. When Kyoko found the magazine with the dying message, it was on the magazine shelf, under the magazine shelf, above the magazine shelf. It was on the magazine shelf. Yeah.
Kyoko, you found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
Alright.
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
Doesn't make sense?
What?
What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
There's definitely something strange about it. Kayoko found the dying message during the investigation, in which case, that clearly contradicts what Hiro told us. Magazine dying message.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
What? He said he saw the dying message when he first found the body. At that time, where was the magazine? It was in the shelf.
I can tell you exactly when I found the
Yeah, it was on the shelf.
message. When
Hmm.
Ogre's body was discovered.
What? Oh, no. We need to do this.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf.
Yeah.
When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
Said he saw the dying message when he first found the body. At the time, where was the magazine?
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
Yeah.
No, that's wrong.
Huh.
When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby.
Right.
That's where Kyoko found it. After we'd begun the investigation, you
Right.
weren't at the murder scene. So there's no way you could have seen it then. Tell us the truth, Hiro. When did you see the message?
Doesn't that absolve her?
Hold on! You're focusing on the wrong part! Why does it matter when I saw it? All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is! Toko!
I don't even know where to begin with that one. He's just trying to confuse us.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first
Yeah,
place?
it's true.
Yeah? I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message. 100%, without a doubt, she wrote it! And this is me talking, so you know it's true!
You've been... without a doubt. No, I absolutely do doubt it. There's no way Sakura wrote that message. The truth.
Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Show me the proof.
This should prove it. I'm completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that dying message. Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. But both of her hands were completely free of blood.
Alright.
Say what?
Then, who did write it?
Hiro could very well have written it himself. That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
He admits it.
I figured as much.
But why would you write something like that?
Ooh, man.
Because I killed her!
Oh. You're admitting to killing her?
Please, just let me explain what happened. got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
You just did exactly as the note asked? What a fool.
And when I got there...
Sorry, but do you mind waiting? I asked a couple of other people to meet as well. Would you like a piece of candy? It might help you give you some energy. Oh, sure thing.
That's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
That's it. I'm going to end it today. I'm going to end
As
everything.
soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me.
Okay.
She was gonna kill me and make her escape. So of course I freaked out, and then...
You hit her with a bottle, didn't you? There it is.
I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head. I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening. Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that. Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
I can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
Wow.
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
You're not gonna get off that easy. It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura. We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did
Wow,
it.
she is in a rush.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain, and until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
So what is it that Hiro did that doesn't make any sense? What he would have to do after writing the message? It doesn't make sense. Why he killed Toko, why the magazine was hidden, or why he didn't use Sakura's finger. Blah, 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 blah. Sorry, 1 second. So sorry guys, 1 second. I don't know. Why didn't you suck her? She didn't have blood on it. Why you kill Toko? Because she's crazy. Why was it hidden? Yeah, alright, fine.
I got it! That's true. Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it?
No, it does not.
By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message, then stick it somewhere we might not find it?
Oh, well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then he's not lying?
So yeah, that's right. Toko did go see her, right?
Someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf. In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
Ooh.
I don't think there's any question about that.
But then, who was it?
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine, they must not have liked what was written.
Oh, right. Someone who didn't like what had been written on it. There's only one answer, yeah. It's gonna be Toko. Honestly, I'm not convinced it's anybody except, you know.
It had to be Toko, right? Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Was he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room? Why would I have... Wait! But more important, that
That's right. I killed her.
No, you didn't.
Who asked you?
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious. That's just... I don't believe it.
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time. If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
So, what do you want me to do?
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but okay.
We haven't reached the end of the case just yet. Hiro isn't the real killer. And I have to prove that. Alright. Let's do it. Make your argument. Kayoko's examination summary, status of Sakura's body, or the yellow powder. Okay, let's do it.
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby,
Alright.
and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once.
Oh, right, there were two.
Yeah, just once. After the first swing, the bottle shattered. And she went limp.
See? Isn't it obvious?
Two bottles were
Hiro
used.
really is the killer.
No. No, no, no. Only improves the wounds on her head.
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that right?
Yeah, just once. After the first swing, the bottle shattered, and she went limp.
See? Isn't it obvious? Hiro really is the killer.
Alright, let me do that again. I think I missed it.
I didn't want to, but I did it. I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby, and I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that right?
Yeah, just once.
There we go.
No, it's wrong. If Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
Two?
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
But I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves. There's something very suspicious about those
It's missing
bottles.
the queen.
Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used. Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right?
Right?
And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
Right?
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle. But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
That's easy. If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
Correlation between the Monokuma balls. I feel like it's starting to become clear. The connection must be, it's the object the Monokuma figure inside each bottle is holding. Hangman's Gambit. I'm gonna say chess pieces. E. Key. There we go.
Now I understand.
They're all chess pieces, my friend.
That's it. The chess pieces.
Yeah. It's missing one.
Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure holding a different chess piece.
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was
Or bishop? No, rook.
the knight.
The knight.
I remember.
So, what's that matter?
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? Then let me explain. In chess, there are 6 different pieces. The king, the queen, the rook, knight, bishop, and pawn.
Nailed it, nailed it, nailed it, and nailed it, right?
What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn.
Mm-hmm.
Just those 4. And on the ground was the knight.
Oh, so the queen is missing.
There we go.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene, while one apparently went missing.
What does chess have to do with anything?
Yeah, shogi is way better.
Yeah. Wait, no, that's not what I mean. So, let's say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case. That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
State it must have been in. What state it must have been in? It was broken. It was completely intact, or it was excited. It was broken.
I got it!
Yep, because that's why we did the experiment.
What makes you so sure?
Why are you being so shady too?
Evidence at the scene that supports it.
Huh?
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just one broken bottle at the
Yup,
scene.
right.
And what is this evidence?
It wasn't just a single broken bottle. And the evidence that proves that is the test. Ayoko and I figured it out before. Bottle experiment. There it is.
I got it! Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment. We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles.
That's right.
And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is
2 bottles were used.
there was actually more than one bottle's worth of shattered glass.
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime. But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces. Which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case.
Which is what? There can be no doubt that the second missing Monokuma bottle is involved in this case. It must have been used by Sakura's first attacker, some bowling aficionados, Sakura's second attacker. I'm gonna say second attacker.
I got it!
Yeah.
The
Which makes
bottle
more
that was removed from the scene was used the second time Sakura was attacked.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle. Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko?
Ah.
And there's the matter of the magazine.
You must have been in the...
Must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Wait, I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
No way! You killed her!
No.
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her.
It's too easy.
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am. Plus, I just remembered something that proves it.
Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
It was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever. So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room.
You did?
Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in. But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone.
She was in the locker.
And you just now decided to share that with us?
After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they've come loose.
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
What?
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous. Why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
No, it's not ridiculous at all. I need to prove that Toko is hiding in the rec room. And I have it. She left it there for everyone to find. A new element has been added to the bullet time. Would you like to hear more? So far, you're probably pressing the left mouse button during your final strike without a second thought. But from now on, you're going to have to pay a little extra attention to your finishing blow. Now you'll have to choose the proper truth bullet to use during your coup de grace. You'll select it the same way during the non-stop debate. Simply press the Q key or use the mouse wheel. Also, like the debate, if your logic difficulty is set to kind, you'll have fewer bullets to choose from. Or for educational purposes, we're going to pretend you're set to mean regardless, just this once, okay? Oh, by the way, you're about halfway through the game now. Go you. Halfway through. Alright. So, I think the final strike is going to be the hiding in the locker. Okay.
It's a lie. I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No. That's enough. I admit nothing. I curse you. I curse you. It's a lie.
Oh.
That's enough. It's a lie. I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No. That's enough. I admit nothing. I curse you. I curse you. It's a lie. It's a lie. I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No. That's enough.
This should prove it.
Yeah, locker.
Did you know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker? They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
It doesn't.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll
How are we gonna do that?
Stop wasting my time.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
Then you killed Sakura.
Mm-hmm.
No, I swear there's no way.
Out with it.
right up again?
Huh.
Wait, what do you mean probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened?
Maybe
between you
it
and
might have been a
Sakura?
suicide. Hina doesn't seem...
Talk. Now.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early. So I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go. So I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Yes, and I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
So after he left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura? After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. And when I turned around,
Yeah.
there was Sakura covered in blood and staring right at me. When I saw all that blood, I fainted right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Her? You mean... there we go.
It was your fault after all.
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater.
Master's fault. Interesting.
Just answer the question. Did you kill...
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories.
Huh.
So I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see...
Sakura beating the crap out of her.
Splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible! No, she's terrible! Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever!
What?
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman! If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master!
Just go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Because normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack no problem.
Right?
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Hey, come on. That's... you know. But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre. So that's good.
So that's good. Keep talking like that. Hina's gonna...
Well then, that's that. Let's start the vote.
Huh? I thought for sure you have some words for Hiro on that one.
What's wrong? Come on, everyone, we're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
Oh no.
Not quite yet.
It's definitely her, isn't it?
Not yet? Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Odd. Huh?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it.
It wasn't?
Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Your wish is my command, darling.
It's not over yet, is it? The one who killed Sakura is... Make your argument. Yellow powder we still haven't gotten. Okay, let's go.
I was just sleeping peacefully. And all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking standing up right in front of the magazine shelf.
Yeah, she was sitting, wasn't she?
Taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
And she was sitting.
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up!
Which is...
Killed her there in front of the shelf!
Wait. No, she was sitting on a chair. Oh.
We found
But I thought Hina
Sakura's
doesn't do
sitting
good
upright
with
in a chair.
blood either, though, right? I still
All I
suspect her.
thought was the cause of death. There's no explanation why she was in that chair.
So, you finally noticed.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
Evidence that proves there was an attack in front of the magazine shelf. Yeah, there. That's the one.
I got it! Sakura was dead. The blood stained by the magazines is proof of that.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right? All to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me! I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors!
Hmm.
There's no way I can move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that!
Then what's the deal?
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
No.
But
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained. Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
Oh, so she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door? And while everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
No, I don't think that's possible.
The reason there's no way Toko is hiding in the locker room is the locker was too small. I was in the locker. I saw it for myself. I was in the locker. Yeah, wasn't it already empty when we came in?
Even before we opened the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look inside. And at that point, the locker was already open. So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in it.
Okay then, where was she hiding?
I don't know! What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
Yeah.
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her, thank you very much.
Fair.
You're lying!
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
And
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
that's because you're overlooking vital information.
Could we really be missing something so important? If there's another possible explanation, maybe it's... Yellow powder, Monaco. Yeah, yellow powder. Yellow powder. Or could be my yellow powder.
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
Yeah.
No, that's wrong.
Powder. Powder, powder.
According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood. I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death.
Chance, huh?
In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood.
Yeah.
Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was
Poisoned, yup. There she is.
Poisoned?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
You're making me go all weak in the knees! She was poisoned? It isn't possible!
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
You can explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Huh? Not in the rec room? And I could have found it all along.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah, good point.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
Is that the poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C. In Section A, dietary supplements. In B, reagents. And in C,
Lethal chemicals.
Came from? Section C?
well, that's the question, isn't it?
The bottle of poison Byakuya just showed us. I'm sure I know where he got it. It was on the same shelf as all the supplements. I'm positive. Section A, Section B, Section C. He was in Section A. Yeah, it was definitely in Section A.
I got it! The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
Yep.
You just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
Yep.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there be a bottle of poison mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
Ah.
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
I couldn't believe my eyes. Byakuya put the bottle of poison to his lips and
Master!
we were so shocked at what we were seeing, we all could do was stand there and watch. But as if it were the most natural thing in the world, Byakuya was calm as ever.
That tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Someone swapped out the
Can I see that
protein.
bottle for a second?
Sure. Do whatever you like.
Kyoko took the bottle from Byakuya and scraped out a bit of contents with one finger. She touched her finger to her tongue.
It's protein powder.
Yeah.
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder,
Yeah.
poison that should have been in that bottle,
Mm-hmm.
where did it go?
All the poison was actually filled with protein powder. Which would mean that conversely, the poison must have been in the B. It was in the shake. Protein powder. Protein. E-R. And
Now I understand.
yep.
The poison must have been poured into the protein can. If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can.
Yeah.
Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Holy crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
Something at the scene. A cup filled with water, a Monokuma bottle, or a protein drink. It's gotta be the protein drink, right? Yep.
I got it! You're saying
It's Hina.
for a protein drink.
This is upsetting. Or it could still be suicide.
It actually contained a deadly poison.
But then there would be no point in swapping
That's
out the
all it
bottles.
took to kill him.
No? I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
For real? Who was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
That only leaves Yep.
I got it! The footprints left behind in front of the shelf.
Oh,
That's the evidence you're talking about.
we only found it in Sakura's
Visited
shoes.
the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected. What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind. And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then
Mm-hmm.
It was me.
Yep, it was. Yep.
The footprints. They're mine.
Hina?
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from...
Ogre's killer was...
Yep, I did it. I killed Sakura.
just as I suspected.
Yep.
The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
Makoto and Byakuya, Makoto and Hina, Makoto and Leon, Makoto and Hina, Makoto and Byakuya, right? It's gotta be Hina.
I got it! Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
Footprints must be. Makoto, are they yours? Okay then, let me see your shoes and confirm the size.
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility.
Just Hina.
Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began.
Yep.
You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you?
Yep.
This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
Yep. Yep.
I can't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just... the two of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Is it true? Did you really... kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
Because she felt
I
betrayed.
found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just...
It was a crime of convenience.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's when you switched out the protein powder.
And then she downed it all at once. And
Hold it!
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you?
Whoa.
You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them. Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves, just like how this...
You say that, but I'm still not.
What? Is this a twist on top of a twist?
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism, but there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
The door? Or the
Are you
room was
talking about
blocked?
the locked room problem?
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
well, that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that?
What?
Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What's going on now?
What doesn't fit?
I'm lost.
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint?
Yeah, and Sakura is
It's
only...
too obvious. Too easy.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
Sakura had yellow powder on her foots... on her, sneakers.
Nervous. So, I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
You didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
Hina, please. I'd like to know too.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit.
Oh, good God. Is it Byakuya? That would be awesome.
There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly
Unless
done it.
Sakura did it to
Go
herself.
ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away I went to section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to section A and got the protein powder. And that's where I switched them. Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
That story you just told. First you went to section C to get the poison. Then moved to section A to get the protein, right?
Right?
Meaning you went from section C to section A.
Oh, I see.
Do I have that correct?
Yeah, it looks like she just went to section A and then left, right? Yeah. Isn't that a little strange? Yep. It is.
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
What's wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
How long? Until we figure it out. We'll uncover the full truth of this case. Yep. Footprints in the powder. Chem lab shell. Or source of the powder. The footprints in the powder. Yeah.
First I went to section C.
Okay.
That's when I grabbed the poison.
Right.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Right.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C to Section A.
Ah, there we are. You did no such thing. You just went to Section A.
You said you went to get the poison from Section C, and that's where you spilled the powder, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? What about it?
And after that, you said you moved from Section C to Section A to get the protein. But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from Section C to Section A. That contradicts what you just said.
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
I was nervous, so I didn't notice I left a footprint.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Well,
You lied to us. Plain and simple. If you look at the footprints, your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A. So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
well, you see...
What the hell? What's going on here?
Oh, it was a suicide.
Footprints are... Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
New evidence?
Oh, God.
Impossible, there can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
Interesting.
I did?
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Huh?
Just say it already. What is it you think you found?
Oh.
I found
Huh? Piece of glass.
it had sunk to the bottom of the bottle, and the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
But what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then. Makoto, why don't you explain it?
Me?
Fine. If you really do know, explain the meaning of that shard of glass.
Shard of blue glass Kyoko found in the bottle of poison. I think I remember now. I broke something the same shade of blue. The bottle of poison, Monokuma bottle, or the rec room window.
I got it!
Hmm.
It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
The window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question. How did a shard of glass from the window get inside this bottle of poison?
Did he swap it out again?
Think about that!
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
Where was it the bottle of poison should have been when I broke the rec room window? According to what Hina told us, it should be in section A of the shelf, correct? Yeah, section A of the shelf.
I got it! The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room. It was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast.
Wow.
I'll admit you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked? We already know she was given the protein can with the poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
You're right. We do need to explain that.
Yes,
But
please.
before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip
It was
over
right in
it
front of the
or
door,
anything
too.
like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene.
Yeah, that's what I
Oh,
figured.
come on! How can you say that? How can you know what I don't know?
The reason she could say that is because there's evidence. There's proof that someone brought the protein can into the rec room after it was open. It was underneath. The broken glass was underneath. Empty protein drink. Yep.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
Yeah.
No, that's impossible.
Why is this guy so mad?
In there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
Yeah, when?
No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was
No, that's wrong.
No, it's wrong.
You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Well, those pieces weren't just scattered around the
They
protein.
were underneath the protein can as well?
We also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
Correct.
I see. So that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it,
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
if that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why. The only explanation is she drank it from its original bottle.
She committed suicide.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was? Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please, tell us.
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing. We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
Right?
What do you think, Makoto?
The one who got the poison from the chem lab and brought it to the rec room had yellow powder on their feet. Had to have been Sakura, isn't it?
I gun! I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself? What are you talking about? There's no way!
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
Right?
You're lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
No, it's not a lie. Sakura definitely went to Section C. Kayoko already showed me the evidence I need. Now I have to hit Hina with it. I have to make her accept it. Oh boy.
You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! I hate you! You're a liar! What are you saying? Wrong! You're wrong! I'm telling you, I did it! Stop talking! You're a liar! Wrong! You're wrong! Wrong! You're wrong! Do you have any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
This should prove it.
Yeah, it was the yellow powder.
Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
It did?
It did. The same yellow powder. That powder was yellow. So the powder we found on Sakura. What else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Yeah.
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura. And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep. Is there any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first? The only explanation is that she
She was looking for the poison, yeah.
After all, that's all that section contains.
No! It was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her.
The one that killed Sakura, the connection between Sakura and the poison, and the unsolved mystery of the locked room. There's only one way to explain it. I figured it was suicide. Yep, suicide, for sure. Sakura herself.
Here's my answer. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
There we go.
What? The killer was Sakura?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
Yep.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches up. Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it. All so she could end her own life. And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
That's it. Ayakia created the locked room in secret. Monokuma forced her into the locked room. Sakura wanted to create the locked room.
I got it!
That's the one.
The locked room mystery was created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you, wasn't it, Hina? You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, you stayed right there near the door. Because you already knew Sakura was dead. And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And the more I think about it, the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
I have to go get them. I have to get the others, yeah.
You said you were going to go get everyone else. But your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can. Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
When you were done, you gathered everyone together.
Sakura's been killed.
While everyone else was focused
It's on
on
Sakura.
you quietly placed the can on the... Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body. The Hina I know never would have left her side.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation.
Yep, that's right.
As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
But there's no benefit to that.
No! No, 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 no! I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is. Actually, no. You're right. We have to end this properly.
Okay. Okay. Got a note. Got a note. Got a note. Byakuya also got a note. From Sakura. Okay? So now we're in step 2. Act 2. She hides in a locker. Right? And she hid somewhere. Okay, there. And she hid somewhere. She saw Sakura entering. And then after that, Sakura is waiting for Hiro. Hiro gives her a chocolate, or gets a chocolate from Sakura. Oh, he's like freaked out. So like in a moment of freak out, he just grabs this. The night piece. No, not the night piece. Yeah, he grabs the night piece. What was it? The Monokuma bottle that Hiro, yep. It was the night. Boom, smashes her head in. Okay. And he writes Toko's name. And he bolts. Toko's in the locker room. She sees... Yep, hides it in the magazine. Puts it upside down in the magazine. Yep, there we go. Oh, she freaks out. She freaks out. She freaks out. And then, with another bottle. Boom, smash. Act 5. She's fine. Head hurts. grabs. Slurps it down. Oh no. We all walk in. Sakura's down. Hina grabs the protein bottle. Okay. Is it that they switched with the bottle of the poison from the rec room floor? Okay. I think that does it. Let's reenact.
The killer is you! This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room.
Right.
Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya.
Yaki, I keep saying his name wrong.
But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others.
Toko.
She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around. And she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight.
Alright.
Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. Next to arrive was Hiro. When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked.
And then... Oh, right. Wrong piece. What piece was it then? What was in the Monokuma bottle? There we go.
Killer is
You!
Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her. But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others. But in her rush, she made one little mistake. She put the magazine back upside down.
Right.
Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head.
And then she fainted.
This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack. When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura. And she
Yeah, there's that.
And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle and
Man,
attacked
Sakura suffered a lot.
This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence. She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon. But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death? It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture. And there, she took her final breath. Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside.
Right.
But someone already knew what had happened.
Mm-hmm.
Knew that she had committed suicide.
How did she know she committed suicide?
And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground. And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves, in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort
It's Hina.
was you. That's the full truth of the case. Sakura took her own life,
Yep.
and you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
That's what happened? But, Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Because you...
Huh? Oh, well, I mean,
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated. That's what you don't understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case. See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
Yep. That's it. Give me my coins.
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, man.
You seriously forgot? Well, whatever. You don't really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Yeah, unfortunately. Poor Sakura.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
My
Okay, we're done
entire
here.
Existence.
What did
That's the whole truth, huh? I see. Still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Why did you try to cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us. Thank you. That's my big
What are
question.
you thinking?
And yet, why did you do that?
Don't be mean.
Yeah, we almost died there.
What is
Because
this?
it's exactly what I wanted. What? I mean, the reason Sakura died is because all of you pushed her into a corner. You all killed her. So that's why I couldn't let her be the only one that died. You don't mean you were going to take us all with you. We have to atone for our sins. Because of everyone, even me, we all killed her. We all have to pay for our crimes. You serious? That's...
What is
You still don't understand. Then let me explain. You do realize how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died. Look at this. Such brutality has made me desperate, so instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. I found it on the ground in front of the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note. Suicide note. Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Genocide Jack had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran out after her and, Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me. I'm fine. I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault after all. But now you're suffering because of me. You tried to protect me, but because of me, my closest friend got hurt. Sakura. Because of me, my friends are all going to kill each other. This is all my responsibility. Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault. Which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked me to meet. You asked me to meet with those three? You can't. Don't you see how dangerous that is? Don't worry, I just want to talk to them.
But,
Talk about what? Listen, don't do it. If they're all gonna gang up on you once, even you, please don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy. They're friends. Sakura. She clearly believed. She completely believed in all of us. If you don't talk to her, if you were to just talk to her, you would have understood. She was a friend to all of us. And yet, yeah. You trampled all over her feelings and you did the unthinkable. No, that was just a misunderstanding. Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her. Do you have any idea how desperate she was, seeing you act like that? That's why I said, so instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. That's how far you'd pushed her. What happened to you? Wait right here, I'll help you out. So glad I got to meet you. What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that? I have a favor. I'd like some protein. Could I ask you too? Yeah, you got it. Just hang on, I'll be right back. That was the last conversation I had with her. I went to the chem lab to get the protein she'd asked for, but when I got there I saw the powder. That's when I realized I saw someone had taken something from the poison shelf, Sakura. So I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. By the time I got there, it was already too late.
Please.
Let me in. Please open the door.
Why? What?
Why did she have to die? She had a weakness just like any other person. She got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. It's the weakness, that's normal. And yet, you all blamed her. Tried to protect her and suffered for it. And that just added to the weight she had to carry. And I didn't even realize it. Killed her, all of us. Pushed her into a corner and we murdered her. People like us shouldn't be allowed to live. And that's why you tried to lead us astray. You did your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the class trial. Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted to free her of her regrets. But even that got found out, in the end, I wasn't able to do anything for her. I can never face her after this. Sorry to interrupt right when you were about to deliver the final tearjerker, but it's just taking so long. I'm about to fall asleep over here. I mean, do you really think you have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died? What did you say? Everything you just said is nothing but your interpretation, right? Your own opinion of what the suicide note meant. Of course, I know what she was thinking, because her and me... Well, what I'm trying to say is, don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? What if it was really like this? What is that? Isn't it obvious? A suicide note? Sakura suicide note. What? But Hina already... Oh, I wrote that one. It was all me, baby. This is the one Sakura addressed to Hina and put it in her room. What? Then... You lied to me? Oh, don't say lie. It makes it sound so dirty. I just thought I'd liven things up a bit. I can't help it if you totally took my little scribbles at face value. I didn't even have Sakura's signature on it. You filthy little. I'm not filthy, I didn't do anything. Did I falsify evidence that affect the outcome of the class trial? The case played out between you and you alone, and you were the ones jerking each other around. Heck, even if the will had factored in, it still would have been between you guys. So what's the problem? This is all part of the production process. Okay, and scene. Cut.
And?
So then, what did she write in her real suicide note? I'm glad you asked. For your benefit, I shall read it using my melodic, angelic, harmonic narrator voice. But you know what? Haven't you been curious about the whole suicide note thing? Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first place?
But hold on.
And isn't it just so unfortunate? Killing yourself is just so final, you know? You can never hear the rest of the story. The truth is lost in the darkness. Gives me the willies. Could you get on with it, please? Okay, jeez. Talk about buzzkill. Alright, here we go. My good friend Hina, there's something I have to tell you. I hate to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It was our first night in the strange school that Mastermind came to see me.
You see, the Mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
You might not see the importance of a dojo, but my family has watched over it for 300 years.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch, so even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness, and because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the Mastermind.
And what the Mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
They were probably worried that until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forward. But what neither the Mastermind nor I expected was the incident involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. Mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying so desperately to stay alive, I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the Mastermind. More than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
that's how I came to feel. So that's why Sakura.
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Of course, because of that, I decided to reveal her secret, which made everyone else hate her. Her decision to stay true to all of you led directly to all of you hating her for it. Ironic, isn't it? Or maybe oxymoronic, or just moronic.
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
Perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
So this is my
Atonement
atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
But unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with just me accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me. Which is exactly what the Mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The Mastermind knew eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
I have an obligation to get the situation under control, and to fulfill that obligation I've decided to do as the Mastermind has commanded. I will do as I was told and commit murder.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
Myself. If the Mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe, and above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict among you all dies with me. For that, I'm willing to give up my
If it
life.
save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please.
I've never had people like you in my life.
Huh?
And Sakura. Didn't feel cornered. She didn't die hating us.
No way!
She wanted to stop us from fighting to protect us?
Correct.
She didn't end her own life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong, too strong, and that's why she killed herself. She chose death in order to protect the rest of us. To sacrifice so much, no normal person could do that.
However,
It was only her limitless strength that made it possible.
Finally,
Hina.
Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really truly sorry, but please don't be sad. If I could thwart the Mastermind's plan, I can keep you from killing each other. It's enough for me. This is the path that I've chosen. This is the only way I have left to distinguish us. And you can use this note to bring the class trial to a quick end. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you. Please talk to Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anybody about my plan while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, I hope to show you through actions and not words. Hopefully, then they'll see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible. Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else, no matter what. Just survive.
But
This is... I don't understand how she felt. Not at all. I thought we were close and still.
What are you
But
gonna
in the
do?
end, all her meddling was like totally pointless. She died so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other, but you almost ended up doing it anyway. Thanks to you, her death had no purpose at all. In fact, it was because of her stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly bit the big one.
Too bad.
She deserved all the blame. Everyone blame her. Go ahead, she deserved it. Now then, the next victim has been decided. What do you mean next victim? Nobody here blames anyone. Huh? First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hina with that fake suicide note. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a waste.
Say
Because she made us remember. We're not the enemies that hate each other. We're friends who need to work together.
You know?
Damn straight. This is all because of our misplaced hatred.
Well,
I don't blame her, I can't blame her. And nobody can blame Hina anyway. Whether or not there was a spy never really mattered, because the ones we need to destroy is you, nobody else. What the heck, that's not how this is supposed to go. But anyway, are you sure about that? The killing game is competition between all of you, remember? Your enemy is each other. He's absolutely right about that. Ah, lovely, Byakuya. Byakuya. You understand, don't you? This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There can be no doubt that those are the rules of the game. Which is why I'm bowing out of the game. Huh? Sakura and Hiro are both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, it would appear that others have cast aside their fear for this game. There's no point in participating in a game which has lost their sense of excitement. Which is why I no longer will be participating in it. What's going on here? Now I have only one thing to look forward to, and that is to heap the harshest possible punishment onto the one who thinks they can control me. Byakuya, does that mean? Don't misunderstand, I haven't been moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism. Sentimentalism, if that's what you're thinking. Wherever Master goes, I go, and if the mastermind turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire. Everyone. Well, now you can say that Sakura's death had no meaning. Ah, how boring, but nothing good could come of this. I'm still gonna be the one having the fun time.
what the heck?
Fun time? Anyway, let's forget about that good-for-nothing backstabber and get back on track.
you want me to
It's that moment you've been waiting for, punishment time. Wait, Sakura was technically the killer, right? And she's dead. You're not gonna... Is it me? Oh heavens no, just because the blackened is dead doesn't mean I can't sub in whatever old student I want. Didn't I tell you? I'm very particular about the bare times 1 rule. If I spent so much time preparing my special punishment, it'd be a shame to let it go to waste. But for my special punishment, I prepared a special guest. Special guest? Let's give it over.
everything we've got.
What?
It's punishment time.
Whoa, what? Oh, alter ego, is it? Excavator Destroyer. She already got connected to the network. I think she's fine. She got smushed into a little ball. He got smushed. You suck, man. You turned him into a mangled hunk of junk. Ew, that really took it out of me. Maybe I'll go grill up a plate of chicken. After all, they said for post-workout grub, chicken's where it's at. All about the grilled goodness. Fried, broiled, give me a break. The color, the smell, the succulence, grilled is where it's at. Really, I said dangerous, see, but still, I have to do this. I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some unhuman AI, but it's true. It's for the sake of everyone else. I won't be afraid. Alter Ego's words raced through my heart and soul, and my disbelief gave way to raw anger. The anger turned to fury, black and muddy and boiling over. Bubbled up through my body quickly and overflowing and shooting out of my mouth. How dare you? That was my friend. How dare you kill him?
What's the matter?
When you were friends with a laptop? It's pretty pathetic. What's next? Friends with a basketball? Shut the hell up. This is just a laptop. He was my friend. And you killed him. Man, is this what you call animism? Where soul dwells within all things, even like laptops? Well, you can call it whatever you want. Bottom line is, got in my way. I was trying to find things out all sneaky. So you finally noticed him. Finally, no. I knew about it from the very beginning. I knew Chihiro was doing something with the laptop, and I knew you guys were using it to analyze data. I knew exactly how it was going to play out from the start.
What are you?
You knew, and you were still cocky enough to let us take the plunge.
Yep.
Well, I mean, the data in that laptop, it was, I guess you could call it a gift from me to you. Or maybe more like a reward, in honor of you being able to unlock something so difficult.
Hey.
So of course I didn't care if you got access to that. But sneaking into the network was just too personal, so I had to do a little, reformatting.
I want to be able to help.
I want to work as hard as everyone else so we can all get out of here. Oh, you bastard. Alter Ego wanted to fight for us. He wanted to help at the risk of his own life. For that, he was killed. Yeah, the punishment time has made me feel 1,000,000,000 times better. Experience a meaningless death is so soothing. It makes me remember that every low can get even lower. No, his death wasn't meaningless either. Everybody who died so far, the deaths of each and every one of our friends, they all make us stronger. I swear to God, someday you will pay for this. Holy moly, you're super mad, just like unreasonably upset.
Well.
Okay, time to bring things to a close. Oh, but before that, I need to read the postscript.
What?
Postscript.
Yep.
Yeah, there's still a bit more left of Sakura's note.
Huh?
Do I have your attention? Okay, then here we go. Prepare your ears for the dulcet tones of yours truly. One other thing, Hina, there's something I'd like you to tell the others. Hopefully it will act as a clue to help you unravel the mystery of the school. What? Clue? I've spoken with the mastermind off and on the whole time I've been here, so I've learned one thing, which is the mastermind has done something to us. I think what they've done is... Oopsie daisy, that was a close one. Not another word and we would have been hip deep in spoiler territory. Okay, I don't want to ruin the surprise, so book club is dismissed for today. What? You can't just stop at the most important bit. It makes your brain rumble and tumble, huh? It makes you so mad you don't even friggin' know, huh? That's the whole point, stupid. It's time to get back at all of you for hardening your resolve. Fine, but at least Sakura's note. Like I'd ever let any of you greaseballs have it. But... it sucks for you, loser. Wait, what's this? What is it now? There's one last line in the note. And let me just say this to the mastermind. I'm not gonna just lay down and die. I will fight you, bastard, no matter what. And that's seriously it. Oh, wow, what a stubborn loser, huh? She won't lay down and die? She'll fight you? Well, whatever. Who cares what some dead musclehead has to say? Okay, I'm out of here. You guys should try to get some rest, you know? Maybe take some time to reconsider how you approach the school life of yours. Are you sure you don't want to graduate? Can you really cut free from the regrets of the outside world? Think about that. Think long, think hard. Those were his parting words to us before disappearing. What was that all about? Sakura's final message, her last clue to help us solve the mystery of the school. Mastermind did something to us? Kaioka said something like that before, didn't she? It was after Celeste's trial was over.
You.
What did you do? What did you do to my body?
Who? Hey.
Answer me, what did you do to my body? Mastermind did something to our bodies. What are they saying the Mastermind did? What did the Mastermind do to us? I mean, did the Mastermind plant a bomb in us or something? If we try to leave the school, sensor goes off? And the bomb explodes? I've seen stuff like that in movies and comics and stuff, so not totally unheard of. No, I feel awful. Can't afford to acknowledge thoughts like that.
Yo,
The class trial is over and Monokuma's gone.
but...
So now what do we do?
Yes.
What else is there other than to head back up? Oh yeah, let's get out of here. But, I mean, you know I still feel responsible. Dial back that ego a bit, girl. That kind of mystery someone like you could pose is absolutely no threat.
Not
I
possible.
would never have lost that kind of challenge. What are you talking about? Kyoka and Makoto are the ones that figured everything out.
Stop
Shut up.
talking.
Seriously, I'm sorry. How many times do you plan on apologize? How about you make that the last one? I haven't reached a point where I need someone apologizing to me more than once.
Sorry.
Okay, I see what you mean. Then, I'll try. Huh? That totally wasn't normal, right? Did she just capture his flag?
No,
no, no! Can't sever the existence of someone who would disturb the romance between me and Master. What are you talking about? That's absolutely not what's happening here. Why would I ever go for a sleazeball like him? Sleazeball? That's right, I called you a sleazeball because you are a sleazeball. Apparently you still have a death wish. Oh, more biting sarcasm. No wonder you don't have any friends. Hey, stop fighting with Master, you're making me jealous. I want the abuse, give and take. Me. I guess it's not so easy for everyone to act like friends. Well, that's just how it is for now. Alright. We are done with this chapter. And so Sakura's class trial comes to an end and we return to the world of Hope's Peak Academy. The story wasn't even close to over. We are halfway through the game. Time kept marching on, we all went back to our rooms, and before long, night snuck up on us. Ooh. It's time for bed.
As such, soon the doors to the... Okay then.
Sweet dreams. Couldn't remember the last time I've fallen in such a deep sleep. That night still wasn't over for me, but the night still wasn't over for me. Voice. I could hear her voice. Interesting. Wake up. Wake up. Voice dragged me from my deep slumber into the hazy half of consciousness. My eyelids were like lead. Ah, Kyoko.
Yes, it's me.
Huh? Kyoko?
I said yes.
So Kyoko's here.
Wait, what?
In a flash, I was wide awake. What are you doing here?
It's true.
So I'm here to wake you up. Oh, I see. Wait, my door. It was unlocked. You're unbelievably careless. It was unlocked. Are you serious?
Hey.
Always. You don't have to overreact like that every time you're surprised. What time is it?
Correct.
3 o'clock. In the morning, of course. It's 3 a.m.? Why was Kyoko waking me up at this hour? Yeah. Gotta find out. What's up? So late, what happened?
Makoto.
I have a favor I need to ask. What's your favor?
So-
Remember when Sakura said at the end of her note, I'm not gonna just lay down and die, I will fight you? I want to find out what she meant by that. Okay, but how do you plan on doing that? Kyoko put her lips next to my ear and whispered, the data center on the 4th floor.
Goodbye.
I'll meet you there. Without another word, she was gone. What the? Her words reverberated through my half-dazed head. The data center, but I thought it was locked. Let's go. I actually have to leave. Leave the area? Yeah. Made my way into the after-hours school and headed for the data center on the 4th floor. Eventually, I wound up at the data center, but when I arrived, Kyoko's not here. That's weird, she said she'd meet me. Is she maybe inside already? I put my head into the door with a certain amount of force. It didn't open. I tried again, but it must be locked. What was it that Kyoko said? The data center on the 4th floor.
What's this?
Oh, what are you doing up here, mister? Breaking into a locked room is incredibly prohibited, don't you know? Oh well, You're trying to tell me you didn't actually burst in yet, right? But I can see that, you adult. Don't waste my time telling me crap I can see for myself. It looked like you might break any second, so I just thought I'd give you a friendly reminder. Or are you gonna try and tell me you were sleepwalking or something? No, nothing like that. It's 3 o'clock in the morning for crying out loud. Even I get tired, you know? Stop being weird and go back to bed. What's wrong now?
Just a second.
Why are you out here making a racket? Kyoko. No, you too? Whatever, the two of you just go back to bed. I'm positively exhausted from the class trial.
It's true.
Sure, you got it. Come on, Makoto, let's head back.
Hey,
Can you hear me? We're leaving. I have no idea what's going on anymore.
shall we
Don't worry. Let's go. Yeah, go. Get out of here. Shoo, shoo. What was that all about? So we left and we went back to our rooms. And then...
Goodbye.
So, hold on. Listen, what was that all about just now? She woke me up, made me go to the data center, which just so happened to be locked. And then she showed up late and we'd leave without checking a single thing. What was the point of all that? Don't worry about it. I figured that would be the end of our conversation just like always, but...
Goodbye.
Well then, good night, sure. And then that was over. I soon turned to leave.
Mukuro Ikusaba.
Kiriko was right next to me once again, whispering into my ear.
Mukuro Ikusaba. The 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair.
Cool.
Watch out for her.
16th student. That's dope. Also our apologies, and... Alright, that's it for us, guys. I'm gonna call it here. Thanks again. I will be seeing you next time.